Hello, Internet. Welcome back to our RimWorld series. A little bit of business before we get into things. First of all, in editing, I noticed that the dragging of things is extremely choppy, so I attempted to address that as best I could. Could not find anything. I can't understand why that's happening. It's just something with, I thought it was VSync, but I have VSync turned off. I thought it would maybe needed to be turned on, but that didn't seem to help either. So hopefully just bear with me. Hopefully it's not too choppy when I drag and drop around. Issue the second, the music volume in our previous episodes was a little out of control. RimWorld goes from having no background music to having pretty loud background music on the regular. So I've turned down music volume because I was struggling to hear the pop-ups of other things over the music. Hopefully that takes care of our problem. If not, you just need to bear with me. There might be a little bit too quiet of music in this episode or the next week worth of episodes, and we'll work that out as we go. So just bear with me a little bit. And then finally, I, in editing, realized that we're building in a mountain. So if we go ahead, there should be an overlay for this. We're looking for roof, visibility of roofs. So this dark green area here, you'll see in the lower left corner, it says overhead mountain. If we go over here, it's a roof, no roof. But this dark green is overhead mountain. Anytime in RimWorld that you build into a mountain and it has this overhead mountain, you have a chance of spawning infestations. And what this does, it generates a little hive, multiple like little monster spider enemies that are very, very difficult to kill, even with advanced game weapons. And you have no control over that. They literally, it says an infestation, and they spawn. There's no warning. There's nothing you can do to stop it. If you build an overhead mountain, it just will happen. And I hate that. It's one of the things about RimWorld. I really like building into the mountains. And having these infestations spawn with no warning and nothing you can do about it, the only thing you can do is not build in that area. You can reduce the temperature to like 0 degrees or whatever. We're not obviously not going to do that. So, yeah, I turned those off. I put a mod on that turns those off, mostly just because, I was thinking about it a lot. I thought, oh, well, maybe we can just block up this whole area and we'll just expand out here instead and build a proper outdoor colony. But I thought, I already put a lot of work into this. There's already a lot of things borne out. Why not just turn them off for this playthrough? Next time we'll turn them back on and we'll avoid the mountains and whatever. But for now, we're going to just roll with that. So I did turn on no infestations. Hopefully the mod works. And if not, it's like a 2% chance every time it checks for an event or something like that. So it's not like it's guaranteed to happen or anything like that. But just did not like the idea of that happening. So there's a lot wrong with our colony is my takeaway from the last couple of recordings. I hate, one, Turtle is entirely too important to our colony. She is like our best colonist. We currently have her cooking, which is often a full-time job. We have her growing, which is often a full-time job in the summer. We have her on animal handling. We have her, she's not really our social person, but we're using her a lot. And I don't love that. Now that we have Pixie, who seems to have recovered from that explosion. Oh, yeah, she's going to be mostly our manual labor person. What do we have her set to do right now? Pixie? Yes, primarily. Oh, that's right. We have her set up to be our crafter because she has a good crafting skill. We're also going to assign her, yes, animal handling. Because we do want to start getting more animals and training animals. I would love to expand our stable of animals in the next couple of episodes. And then, yes, primarily she will be our hauler and cleaner as well when we don't need any crafting done. In fact, how are we doing on crafting at the moment? I don't think we have anything. She made all the tooks. I think, again, I still don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to say it however I want. In fact, if we look at our people here, they are wearing tooks. Although Turtle is wearing a helmet, which is interesting. Plasteel Advanced Helmet. That's cool. I do like Turtle. She's probably my favorite colonist. Also, how are you doing? Not blocked by anything? What is this? A bush. Cut the bush at some point. I also remembered, I've been watching other people play RimWorld. Like, I'm just really into it. I'm really enjoying RimWorld so far. We're going to. What are you doing, Pixie? Oh, I thought she was going to cook. I don't want her cooking because she is not good at cooking. I remembered that solar panels can be installed in front and behind windmills without them interfering. So we will probably drop another couple of solar panels. It is wintertime. We're using a lot of heaters, things like that. So I think. Oh, Pixie, you're going to be sleeping in the cold. Sorry about that. I forgot to deal with that today. How cold is it? 20 degrees. Yeah. What kind of parka are you wearing? Gear, plain leather parka, so not going to have good insulation. Armor, no. Insulation from the cold. How much this apparel improves the wearer's minimum comfortable. So, greater values allow surviving. Yeah, but what is her safe temperature? How do we know her safe temperature? Comfortable temperature, negative 46 to 85. So you should be comfortable despite sleeping in the cold, right? Slept in the cold. Still gets that debuff. That's okay. What is drowsy? Why? Oh, just because you haven't slept in a while? That's fine. So we're going to get that taken care of. We should also be on a faster speed because this is a little boring. So yeah, our batteries are not holding out super well overnight because of all the heat, all the heaters and the lights that we've installed, things like that. But yeah, we're doing okay. Turtle, okay. Before you cook, cooking, yes, before you cook, clean the room. Are we clean? Nice and sterile? Excellent. So we're going to take care of some of these problems I just mentioned here. I would love to build another windmill so we could get more power generation overnight. I believe you can also place grow zones. Huskies? Group of huskies abandoned or lost have wandered into the area. They seem accustomed to have human contact and are joining the colony. Oh, just one? Oh, no, two. Bratwurst. His name is Bratwurst. Oh, female. I'm sorry. Her name is Bratwurst. And Yoko. Okay. I mean, dogs are good because dogs can be trained to haul things, which frees up your colonists so they don't have to haul things. So we definitely going to want to train them. In fact, we'll go ahead and start training Yoko and the other animal. I can't see the animal tab. I have a hat in the way. We got a blip. Oh, the psychic drone is ending. That's good news. Okay, so we're training Yoko. We'll go ahead and train Bratwurst as well. You'll see the alpaca does not have the ability to haul. The alpaca can only be trained to obedience, which it will defend, or turned loose to attack. We're never going to use that. Where did we set up area 1? I mean, that's relatively a safe area, and then safe itself, we need to remove allowed zone, clear allowed zone, expand allowed zone, safe. Yes, safe, clear allowed zone, because we don't want them to be in here. We want them to retreat to the barn only in in an emergency situation. Area 1. I mean, they can go in here. I don't really mind them wandering around as long as there's not an emergency, especially because we're going to want our animals to haul things. So we're going to, once we get the huskies going, because I'm not sure if they'll only haul in areas they're allowed to be. I mean, I don't want the alpaca to eat our grass. That's okay. We'll just put it in here. They're allowed in here. This is fine. Let them wander around. It doesn't really matter. My main concern was dirt. I don't want them tracking dirt into the sleeping areas, and I don't want them going in here and eating our food. So how are we doing on kibble? Quite a lot of kibble. We may want to increase the amount of kibble, although we are running very low on vegetable matter. We may switch. How are we doing on meat? We also could do with some meat. We may want to switch to simple meals and use only meat, because we're going to run out of vegetable matter for the kibble, which will let our llama die because the dogs can eat meat. Let's I want... Okay, let's make a separate zone. How do we do this? Manage areas. And we'll call this carnivores. All caps. And we will... we can't copy an existing area. Okay. So carnivores, we can allow in here to eat corpses. If there are corpses around, we can make this just a big area, basically redoing what we've already done, unfortunately. And we will allow them in the barn, of course. Carnivores can come through the field because they're not going to eat our food. We're going to let them in the storage area. We may even allow them inside our refrigeration area, or we may move meat storage somewhere else, because we would want them, basically, instead of always eating kibble, if they wanted to eat corpses and things, we could let them do that. Maybe this is all pointless. Let's just move on and do colony things. Oh, and also I realized that I'm an idiot and never built doors in this stupid wall. We'll build auto doors. No, we won't. We'll build auto doors. That way, if we need to flee from someone, we're not going to have to wait for the door for a long time. So we'll go ahead and plop down a few doors. I don't think that this actually matters. I don't think that enemies attack doors over walls. And I would imagine they would have the same hit points. 62 of 62. Way less than walls. So they probably will target doors because they're less... Oh, they need power. Of course they need power. I'm an idiot. We don't have steel. We have 8 steel. I mean, we do have steel here. It's just we never mined it out. Let's... we also need to put doors in here because I believe this room is getting negatives from all the crap in all these open rooms, which is why we're getting these huge stacking debuffs. So I think that is going to be an issue. Let's mine. Oh, right there, the big pickaxe. We'll just mine this out, assuming that it's steel, because we do need a lot more steel. It's pretty rare that you run out of steel as much as we have. And I would love to... Oh, there's steel up here? Okay, I mean, so we can build conduits. It's not like it's a huge deal. Power conduit. We'll pull this over here. That should be enough to connect that door. This one I imagine would be able to connect, but we'll put it out there anyway. We'll run some wire up here, and we'll catch that door as well. We'll run it all the way up. So that's a little bit of steel out of our pocket, but that's okay. And then just in case they do attack the doors, we'll go ahead and put down some sandbags in the area. Just in case we need to post up when they start attacking doors. It would give us defensible positions, which I think would be fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. What are you doing, Pixie? Cutting blocks from chunks. I mean, we don't need... I guess we do need limestone. We really don't. I mean, good for you for working, I guess. We'll suspend that order when she's done with this block, so that we can get her hauling some of this other crap out of here. Suspend. Which will hopefully... Resting. Oh, it's nighttime again. Goes so quick. Kibble. We also need to make Vaughn start hunting, but he has a lot on his plate as well. You know, I watched someone else play Chunks of Spacecraft. We're going to set these to be deconstructed immediately, just so we don't forget about it. Pixie, what are you doing? I thought you went to bed. I guess it's morning already. Nope. Before you start doing that, Turtle, the room is sterile. Good job. Never mind then. Yeah, I watched someone else play, and by like episode 3 of a 20-minute an episode series, they already had like 6 colonists. So I feel like I'm falling behind. I completely forgot that you can capture enemies. So like, what? Oh, the sandbags. Good job, Vaughn. I forgot you could capture enemies and try to coerce them into joining you. So we definitely want to start doing that. What we're going to do... You know what? We're just going to build auto doors from now on, I think. And then we're going to replace some of the non-auto doors with auto doors as well, just because apparently they increase the wealth of a room, which is good because that then increases their feelings about the room. Even if it's ugly or whatever, it can still be something that they really like. Pixie is tending to the animals. We need to get someone hunting. Oh, very slim pickings, unfortunately. We could... Creature is a predator. Hungry, it will hunt smaller creatures, possibly including people. Yeah, we really need to block off this remainder as well. We're queuing a lot of work for Vaughn, though, which I don't love. Let's go ahead and build a limestone wall. How do we want to do this? First of all, let's bring this... Well, let's bring this out. Yes. And then we want... Okay. Whatever. That's fine for now, just to get them working. What we want is for them to have to come through a long thing, and we'll put traps in it to slow them down and to damage them. And then once they get inside, this is where we will set up our killing field with sandbags and eventually turrets. Which, by the way, what are we researching? Microelectronics. Yeah, that's pretty important. That will let us get to turrets and things. We also want to get, I think, machining. In fact, I would love to switch. We're going to go to smithing and machining because I would like to get us some armor and possibly be able to craft firearms, because currently all we have is a rifle and a pistol and melee weapons. Now, unfortunately, Pixie is incapable of violence, which is a real problem, but is not a huge issue. There's always a lot to do on the RimWorld. Pixie, what are you doing? Colonist needs... Oh my... Vaughn and Turtle are fighting. Stop. What is wrong with you? So that's a problem. We'll turn this to medical for the time being. Idiots. Why are you fighting each other? I know they don't like each other, but fighting is not acceptable. Okay, so he's eating. You're relaxing socially. Take your ass to bed. What are you doing? Pixie, why was that on a 2? Vaughn, go... Yes, please treat them. Unfortunately, I mean, I guess we could have had them tend without medicine, but I don't want to micromanage it. Vaughn, what are you doing? Go rest, you imbecile. Serious pain? Yeah, well... Why did this happen, by the way? Vaughn and Whitlock gabbed about wearing evening gowns. I mean, do you, man, that's fine. Turtle insulted Vaughn's nephew's self-control. This drove Vaughn into a rage, and he began a fight. Vaughn... Can't do that. Can't do that, man. I mean, I don't think you can get an infection from... Turtle used her head to smash Vaughn, bashing his torso. Good for her. Turtle is my favorite. I would like you to tend to Vaughn, but I also don't want you to get a debuff for waking up in the middle of the night. Pixie, you're always the first person up every morning. I'm proud of you. You're doing great. You're a great addition to... and you eat before you... Grizzly Bear is hunting Pixie for food. Hey, Pixie. First of all, my 2 fighters are already injured, so that's not good. Where is the bear? How fast is said bear? It really kind of matters. Pixie, Turtle, I need you to come out here as well. Pixie, you're an imbecile. I mean, no, you're fine. I'm sorry. I'm in that mindset of let's insult our colonists because they're making me angry. So we're gonna hunt the bear. Run, Pixie. Now it's running. You coward. Bear, you're a coward. We should really maybe prioritize dropping the other bear as well. We are gonna send those 2 out in pursuit, but yeah, I figured it would double back to fight us again. Hunting you... No, why aren't you shooting at the bear? And no, animals. Go to safety. Minor break risk? I don't really care about that. Shoot the bear. Why aren't they automatically shooting at the bear? Shoot the bear. Being attacked by a grizzly bear. Why did you stop shooting the bear? Shoot the bear. I mean, I don't want you to bash it. Can you not shoot at point blank range? Cannot shoot melee. Hey, Whitlock, if you could come help. I don't know if it's gonna matter. Okay, we did it. Melee attack the bear, please. Whitlock, you're no longer needed to be drafted. Turtle, how hurt are you? It didn't even hit you? Good. Okay. Undraft. Go about your business. Where's the other bear? Unfortunately. Mega sloths aren't a problem. The timber wolf could be a problem. Grizzly bear could be a problem. I mean, I don't know. Pixie, you don't need to be drafted anymore. Animals, you can come out of this safe. You two are carnivores. So that's fine. Tending to them. Why are Vaughn and Turtle in the same bed? They hate each other. I guess because it's a double hospital bed. I don't know. Bulk goods trader. I mean, it would be nice if we had anything to sell, because I don't think bulk goods buy weapons. In fact, Whitlock, what does your weapons DPS look like? 8.98. Okay. What about this mace? Oh, it's in really bad shape. Yeah, okay. Well, okie doke. That's okay. So these two are injured, and they hate each other. Hopefully they're not getting into... Turtle commented about facial hair to Whitlock. She hates Vaughn. Not surprising. She hates Pixie. They hate each other? They're all pretty okay with Whitlock. Hello, massive number of people. Let's send Whitlock to interact with the trader. See if we can't earn a little bit of money. I would like more silver. You know, I like the dogs, but we could get rid of one because I'm a little worried about... But the carnivores aren't the problem. It's the alpaca I'm worried about maintaining its food. So what do we get out of the alpaca? Basically, we're paying the alpaca in food in order to get wool. And it's very slow growing wool. They don't produce milk. Maybe we should get rid of the alpaca, because we can sustain a dog on meat if we need to. Next year it would be less of a problem because we'll have a lot more food stores, because we're going to prioritize food a lot more, or rather vegetable matter a lot more. Anyway, marble shelf. I mean, we do want armchairs. That's something I was thinking about as well, that we never built armchairs. We have some toques we can sell. Sell a toque because they're already wearing them. So these two are not super useful. You can sell pants, a parka. We apparently have an extra parka. It's in pretty good shape. Again, I would really like more silver because we're going to want to make a hospital room, which is going to require those silver tiles. So I would love to sell a lot of stuff here. Would like to hang on to the leather mostly. We could do with some medicine, which they don't have. Components we don't really care about. Meat we don't really care about. I think we'll sell the alpaca. And we'll tame like muffaloes next year. At the moment we don't need the alpaca. It's really only giving us wool, which is neat and I like, but I'd rather, if we're going to have a wool producing animal, I'd rather it also produce milk like the muffalo do. I would also like to buy some cloth. Let's buy... It's pretty not cheap. It's pretty not cheap. I would like to buy cloth because cloth would let us make a pool table, which I think can only use cloth. It can't use leather or anything. And I imagine there's other stuff. Can we make... Surely we can make our own. Let's just, for now, let's just get cash out of it. See if there's anything else we can sell. We could sell a little bit of something. We can sell wolf skin. Sure. We can sell... I mean, what are we not going to get a lot of? Dogs. We're not going to get a lot of dog leather. light leather, bird skin, we're going to get a fair bit of. Alpaca wool. I don't know how valuable it is, really, to keep alpaca wool compared to leather. I feel like wool probably is pretty I just don't know. I don't know, RimWorld. Okay, let's stop overthinking. We'll just trade it. There, we got a crap ton of silver, which will be enough to put into a medical, station of some sort. Put in the sterile tiles. Yep, keep hauling there, Pixie. We can get rid of that event for now. Got a bear to butcher. Spoils in a couple days. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess she hauled it in. So good on her for hauling. How are the Huskies doing with their training? Any progress? Actually, it looks like... What is this? Follow the master. Okay, so she's their master, I assume. How do we check that? Bratwurst. Oh, it says literally right there. Master's Pixie. Okay. We don't want the animal to follow or anything because in dangerous situations they're just going to get in the way and possibly get hurt. So Vaughn is back up and moving around, which means he can go back to construction. Apparently auto doors require components, which I don't like. I didn't know that. I didn't really notice that when I was 2 components per door. I mean, we have some components and there's compacted machinery here, so I think we'll be okay, but I don't love that. Vaughn, why are you breaking? Transhumanist, frustrated, unsightly environment, insulted. Yeah, you are in a good space though, luxuriantly comfortable. I guess that's a product. I believe your bed gets more comfortable. Plus it's an excellent bed, which is great. It gets more comfortable based on these furniture items. I also want to put down at some point, it's a toolbox or something. Tool cabinet. Increases work speed when placed near a workbench. So we could place that here and it would speed up the process on these. We're still good on limestone. We have no tailoring work to do. We have nothing for her to craft. I don't think we have anyone artsy. Turtle, how are you holding up? Because we kind of need you to come back and start cooking and things. You're fine. She's just, her health is a little low from the actual combat. Vaughn's taking care of these doors. Yes. Where are you going, Vaughn? Where you going, Vaughn? Hauling steel? From... Oh, there's steel out here. And oh, because you deconstructed. Okie doke, that's fine. Keep an eye on the bears. Wild boars? Okay. Maybe that will get the bears hunting the boars and things instead of us, which would be good. Turtle's back to cooking. Please clean all your blood up first before you cook. Slightly dirty. That's not going to fly. Clean the dirt. Clean the blood. Sterile. Excellent. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to reinstall that here. This will go back to being Turtle's bed. Turtle. And we will probably build, you know what? We're going to build, how much wood do we have? A lot of wood. We're going to go ahead and build. So I think when you build furniture, it matters what you build it out of. So like if we build it out of wood, comfort 0.75. If we build it out of limestone, 0.75. Okay, maybe it doesn't matter. And I was thinking, why would it matter? Because you're having some kind of mattress, right? It's not just like, oh, there's whatever. But I think beds out of furniture or beds out of stone look better. So I think we'll build several of them and hopefully we'll get like an excellent quality one and then we'll install those and kind of filter out some of these not so good beds. She has an excellent bed. That's pretty cool. She does have a light. We need to smooth this room, but Vaughn's pretty busy constructing over here. Thankfully, she is hauling a lot of these stones out of there. Pixie is. We need to get Pixie a heater. I keep forgetting. Okay, I also really need to call the episode, and I need to clear my throat because I'm getting a little gross in my throat. Okay, we should call the episode. So for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll be back with more RimWorld in the near future, and I'll see you next time.